What's up, everybody? Monday Morning Cracks.
Monday Morning Cracks, everyone out there. So you know what that means. You know, just have a drink of whatever you love the most. It may be some water. It may be some coffee. It may be some Irish coffee.
We're talking about video games right here. Video games, video games, video games. More video games and more video games.
That's all we got.
PlayStation 1s, PlayStation 2s, PlayStation 3s, PlayStations, whatevers.
And so, speaking of video games, we want to give a shout out to Game Hogs. Game Hogs in Whittier. They got the best prices, the best nostalgic games. Take your memories back to when you were a kid. We got Gameplay Pomona. They are bad too. They got some good stuff out there. World Wrestling Game Entertainment on Facebook. Check them out. And Guitar Center and Best Buy for making the show possible. So thank you guys.
Fourth of July, everybody.
4th of July.
America is great. Yeah, we love America.
love America.
And we especially love America when everybody gets to share it with us. You know, it's not a love for itself. It's a love for one another. I want to tell you that it is the Runner and Gunner Super Video Game Podcast. Can I get that again? The Runner and Gunner Super Video Game Podcast.
And so everybody, what we're talking about is the 4th of July. What is that? When our country got independence. Yes, the country of America, the beautiful country. And we want you guys to all celebrate together. Let's all join in. Everybody, if you're here in this country right now, currently, get out there and blow something up. Because that's what we do to celebrate 4th of July. You know?
That's correct. Everybody out there, have a good 4th of July. I know you have a good 4th of July, and we're all going to have a good 4th of July because it is summer 2025.
It is summer.
Video games are coming out.
And it's getting
Nintendo
hot
Switch is coming out. PlayStation 6 is coming out next year. Grand Theft Auto 6 or 5 or whatever's coming out. Oh, Grand Theft Auto 6
one, yeah.
I'm sorry, my bad.
And speaking of Grand Theft Auto 6, Gunner, doesn't Jason Duval on GTA 6 sound very similar to a guy from Red Dead Redemption called Arthur Morgan? Is he his descendant? Is he his great-great-great-great-grandchild? What's going on with that? Jason Duval, listen to the voice of GTA 6 and listen to the voice of Arthur Morgan. And also, listen to the Runner and Gunner
I think
shorts.
you have something going there. Yeah, you can watch it on the Runner and Gunner shorts. We make it a little bit more
clear.
Yeah, a little more clear.
Well, let's make it more clear, Gunner. Since Runner and Gunner put it out there, why don't we just talk about that for a second? And why don't we say why we feel like Grand Theft Auto 6 is just a knockoff of Arthur Morgan, Jason Duval. Exactly. Yeah. So go ahead, Gunner. Tell them what you think and how you feel about the subject.
Okay, listen. If we play this game and it's a knockoff, man, we're going to get ripped off. But if we play this game and they actually put it into the story that he is Arthur Morgan's son, or great-great-great-grandchild or something like that, that'd be so amazing, and tie the two games together, Rockstar Video Games, Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto series, and then the Red Dead Redemption series.
So what you're saying, Gunner, is that we could actually put these two series together, link them together in the Grand Theft Auto 6 video game, and then maybe later on add it to a Red Dead Redemption extension of, he could be Jason Duval's grandfather or great-grandfather. It could be, well, since his last name isn't Morgan, maybe he's from the mother's side of Arthur.
7 generations, so it's his mother's side.
It has to be his mother's side. So what we're saying is that he is actually Arthur Morgan.
Arthur Morgan's, son doesn't know his daddy.
And they both have the same genes, and it's actually proven because they are both have that violent gene. And we've already seen it in both games. If you played Red Dead Redemption, then you already know how violent Arthur Morgan can get. And if you are ready to play Grand Theft Auto 6, then you know Jason Duval is going to be a very, not a pleasant guy. He's not going to take things very lightly if you put him in a disrespectful situation. So, yeah, he's going to grab his cannon. He's going to get crazy. And you just got to be prepared for it. And so just be ready for it whenever you guys are there playing that game.
Yeah.
Know what to expect.
Grand Theft Auto 6, everybody's coming out for PlayStation 6. Will it be good? Well, we got a show to talk to you about. We got a lot to talk to you about this system, this console, and this game. Yeah. Coming up in this episode, we're talking about
the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.
The 64 the 64 CPU. GPU, I get them confused
Pretty
sometimes.
Much almost the same thing, Gunner. You got it right.
Well, they're extraordinarily different in their own ways. One is a block and another one's a separate block, But the CPUs of the 64 Nintendo are the same CPUs that they're using today
Yeah.
So we're gonna get down to the bottom of it in this episode.
And that's what we're talking about, the truth. And the truth out there is 64 CPUs are the same as they were back in the day. So why don't game consoles market themselves as 64-bit consoles? All the new ones, why don't they? Why don't they just market themselves as 64-bit consoles, which
PlayStation
they
5,
should?
64, baby. Come on. If you did that, like, it would revitalize the retro gaming phenomenon that's going on right now. And then you would capitalize on it by making games that are actually amazing.
Okay, so Gunnar,
again.
since this is about the 64-bit, just give them a little example of what 64-bit is and what your favorite 64-bit game is and what console it came from.
Okay, so let me tell you right here. We got to tell you right here. Let me tell you. So, 64-bit CPU means that the 64-bit CPU was the 64-bit CPU that they used in Nintendo 64.
Right.
I'm talking nerdy right now, so bear with me. So the Sega Master System used what, 4-bit CPU, but the Sega Genesis used 16-bit.
16 and
CPU.
NES, the old Nintendo.
NES used an
8-bit. Yeah, that was the
CPU.
original.
So
and
it goes
Atari
like this.
probably
so,
used like half a bit because it was so,
yeah,
it
but the
was
advancement
very
was
old.
incredible, even though it was the same exact.
It was a big jump.
Ulterior.
Yes.
It was like the same skins, side-scrolling games.
Exactly.
RPGs, top-up RPGs.
So same ideas, but just the graphics were so much highly improved.
Yes, but then
that,
from the
it changed everything.
16-bit CPU, they went to the 32-bit CPU, which was showcased in Jaguars, 32Xs, PlayStation 1s, Sega Saturns, Xbox Original, if you didn't know.
Correct.
And so that CPU was that CPU.
PS1,
But
yeah,
then
all those.
they jumped to a magical, miraculous CPU called the 64-bit CPU. And nerds, get in with me on this one. Let's talk a little bit nerdy more about this one after these commercial breaks. But
yes.
first of all, we want to tell you what's coming on after these commercial breaks.
Well,
after these commercial breaks, we're going to be talking about a lot of things.
We're going to be talking about all these consoles that used the 64-bit CPU, which include PS3, PS4, PS5, PS6, Xbox X, Xbox E, Xbox X, Xbox X1, Xbox X, Nintendo Switch 2, PC, Oculus, and N64.
So everybody...
So they all used 64-bit.
Well, everybody, I just want to tell you that we got a lot to talk about. So when we start talking about this, we don't want you to be offended, even though we're talking about it as like a matter of fact. But go do your own research. Don't rely on the things that we say. Go ahead and do it yourself. Get with the program. Learn everything you got to see and learn everything you got to offer to everybody.
So yeah, everybody. So just
talk about
we're gonna get
Xbox
back to you guys.
and PlayStation and Nintendo Switch and a whole lot more. But
after these commercial breaks. Breaking.
Pretty soon you're gonna be dead. What in the world you thinking of? Laughing in the face of love. What on earth you trying to do? It's up to you. Yeah, you. This karma's gonna get you. Gonna look you right in the face. Better get yourself together, darling. Join the human race. How in the world you gonna see? Laughing at fools like me. Who on earth do you think you are? A superstar? Well, right you are. Where we all shine on. Like the moon and the stars and the sun. Where we all shine on. Everyone, come on.
Mr. X.
You're confusing my existence!
Mr. X.
You're cyber stalking me!
Mr. X.
The authorities are coming after you!
The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.
The Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.
Take
like
two.
Me like he done before. About the rabbit.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Monday morning show.
So,
What is up? We got a lot to talk about. You just heard that commercial by whoever. We don't know
whoever
who
they
our
were, but thank
sponsors
our
are.
sponsors. Thank you for sponsoring us, and we love you guys out there. Every single sponsor, you guys are worth it, and you guys are making us more perfect than you guys already are. So
more
everybody,
money.
thank you out there. We just want to talk about all the 64-bit run CPUs, and why are they still running 64-bit? We don't know, but it's up to them to know. So let's not even question them. Let's just get down to it. PS3, PS4, PS5. Why is the main question. Do they run 64-bit CPUs? But for what? What is the purpose? I mean, PS3, after that, wouldn't you step it up a little bit? Or do you want to just... PS3, I could understand. PS4 should have changed it a
128
lot more. Because
bit
I've been
CPU.
playing PS3 for a long time, and we all remember Grand Theft Auto. We all remember that Vice City was even lower. I mean, Vice City wasn't even part of it. They were only 32-bit. So I mean,
True.
they had Grand Theft Auto 4, which was a really great game. It was amazing. But Grand Theft Auto 5, which is one of the most popular games right now, probably of all time as well, and it's still running only at 64-bit CPU. What do you think about that, Gunner? What do you think? Why do you think it is so that they are running at this such low rates of
I think about this.
Bits.
I'm like, is
biddies?
PS5
Are they 80-bitty?
also running at a 64-bit CPU?
See, that's the big question.
And then I ask myself in Google and AI, and I look at websites and read,
Right. Yes.
and I say, is PlayStation 6 also going to be on a 64-bit CPU?
Maybe they are.
And I ask myself this: when are we going to get our 128-bit CPU? That is the next step up in video games.
Right. Yeah.
That is the next
Why can't
advancement.
they jump it? But why haven't they had that jump? That's the big thing is it the money? Is it that they can't do it? Why hasn't Xbox S, Xbox C, Xbox W, Xbox SEX, Xbox Uno? Why haven't none of those guys jumped it up to 128 CPUs yet?
Yeah.
We're questioning it. Nintendo Switch 2, what's up with that? The brand new, the newest console out there.
newest
The
one out
freaking-
there.
and I'm not trying to trash them too much because they do have, I give them
$500.
credit and I could understand it a little bit more. I give them a little more sincerity only because of one thing. Because it's handheld also. So handheld, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if they could somehow switch the graphics from 64 when it's on TV and then 128 when it's on handheld.
Steam's also handheld,
Possibly, right? So is Steam.
So is Xbox and so is PlayStation now.
Yeah.
At this point, they're all handheld now.
Yeah,
The networks,
you got a
at
point
least.
there. You got a point, Gunner. You got a point. And PC is the same ones, and Oculus, and what about N64?
The original.
the godfather of it
They
all, the
invented
creator,
the 64-bit CPU.
They
or at
did.
least they utilized it the most proper. And now everybody's copying N64, but not doing it as good because they just layer the little Unreal Engine shine over it, and everything
Right.
looks all wet
Shiny.
and splashy.
Shiny.
Metal Gear
Make it
Solid,
shine.
extra rain, even when he's in the desert.
But anybody could make an old car look great as long as you put a new engine in it and you just shine it
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
You just polish it up. So all they did was polish up their old cars.
All right.
And
well, why don't they say
you
it
know-
like that? Then I would be more involved. I'd be like, oh, okay, what the
then it'd
PlayStation
be a
5
little more
64?
understandable, right?
Yeah, if you're like, this is the PlayStation 5 64, the PlayStation 6 64, Xbox 64, and be like, oh, all right, well, come on.
So
let's
those
go.
bits, all right. So anyways, let's talk about bits that were lower than them, that were not only lower, 2 times as low as them. Not 2 times, but one time as low as them. And these bits are the 32-bit CPUs,
32-bit
all of them.
CPUs?
And we're talking about Xbox, the original, PS2, GameCube, and Dreamcast.
Wow.
So that is a lot. That's saying a lot.
Everybody out there, we just want to say that we're having a good time with you. We want everything to be good, and we want to know what you're doing this summer. Go ahead and comment and post on our Instagram and our Facebook and our YouTube, and we're going to respond to you. As long as you're not a Lenny who's talking trash, because we got a team who knows how to talk trash, so just watch it, but take it and be good, and be good to each other, and comment good things on our podcast, and we'll comment good things right back at you. Everybody out there, have a Monday morning crack.
And everybody out there, yes, we are understandable, and we do know that you guys love your games, and you are a video gamer, and you're probably getting mad because of the facts that we're dropping. No, we're not making this up. These are facts, people. These are, Google it if you don't believe us. Google it,
GameCube
whatever.
was
Yahoo
also
it.
32-bit CPU.
Freaking, what is it? Bling it.
Dreamcast, which advertised itself as 128
ching it.
bits, was
Yeah, all
only
that
a
stuff.
32-bit CPU.
Correct.
PlayStation 2 is on a 32-bit CPU also.
And so what's with the shine?
And so is,
what is
the
with
original Xbox.
them?
It's also a 32-bit CPU.
And what's with all the shine? Why are they shining and polishing these games?
Well, the remasters,
The
you mean?
remastered, shiny and wet, making it look all good. They don't want to tell you that they're running on a 64-bit CPU.
They don't want to
But that
tell
is
you
what
that.
They're doing. They don't want to tell you that, guys.
How come they're not going to tell you that?
How come?
They're not going to freaking tell you that?
They're going to tell you that. I don't understand why.
Why not?
But it's the truth that's out there, and
Come
we're
on.
letting them
And
know.
then you have the nerve to talk trash on Nintendo 64?
Yeah,
I
seriously.
guess nobody talks trash on Nintendo 64, right?
Not
and
anymore.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Why don't you reissue the Nintendo
And-
64, add a couple of electronic hardware mods to it, like, the clip some extra hardware to your original N64, reissue the N64 Nintendo.
Right.
Why don't you just put
Yes.
it back on the market brand new with the same
Yeah.
specs, the same hardware? Let's roll, the same CPU.
Yeah, and the same
And
CPU,
more.
and the same, and add more. Add GTA 6 to it while you're at it, and add Redemption 5 while
Give
you're
it the
at it.
ability to
Just
slap
kick some
those
butt.
little shines over the graphics.
Well, might as
Slap
well.
some shine over the N64 graphics on the
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 hardware, and boom, remarket it back into the community, because that's what the retro gamers want. That's what the retro games are talking about.
And you know how much money those guys will make? This is $1 million, $1 billion idea. So you guys out there, you developers out there, I mean, if you guys are listening, we're just giving you $1 million idea like that, like nothing.
Let's go.
We're just throwing them at you guys for free.
Well, the Analog 64 seems to be quite promising, so I'm waiting for that thing to finally be released, but it might not come out later. Until later. All right, everybody out
much
there,
later,
we
yeah.
got some last things to talk about. Runner, hit
Only
it.
a couple more things. We got the MetaQuest 3 that does not operate on standard CPU or GPU, but instead it's on virtual reality and augmental reality, and it's mixed reality.
Oh, mixed reality. Yeah.
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 Argument. Yeah.
So you're
it's
saying that
same
the
thing.
MetaQuest 3 is the only thing that
MetaQuest
doesn't
3.
run on a standard GPU or
It's the
CPU?
only one
Wonder
that's
what
out
that
there.
means.
So
Lenny's
what
out
does
there.
it mean, everybody?
I mean,
So what
Maniac's
does it
out
run
there.
on? Like it runs on something much bigger and much
Yeah.
more stronger,
Complicated.
than the
Complex.
normal CPU. Much more complex than the 64-bit CPU. So it's doing something. It's trying to make a push.
Well, all you techs out there, go ahead and comment on this post and tell us exactly what the heck is going on with the Meta. Like, how come that thing's not running on a standard CPU
Yeah.
or GPU?
All right, everybody, it's getting to that time that the Run and Gunner show has to come to an end. I know it's sad. We don't want to go either, but we've got to. So
Yeah, what's up,
before
everybody? We
we've got
gotta
to go, we've got to tell you that we love everybody, and everybody who sponsors us especially. Special shout outs go to Game Hogs in Whittier. They got the best stuff there. Gameplay in Pomona and World Wrestling Game Entertainment. Find them on Facebook. Guitar Center. Best Buy for making the show possible. Thank you guys so
Thank you,
much.
Best
And we want
Buy.
everybody to know that you better be really safe out there because 4th of July is going on. Don't light your fingers on fire. Firecrackers everywhere. Fire flares everywhere. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Not too much because it's dangerous. Jason Duval of GTA 6 is Arthur Morgan, and we know that he's his great descent. So we know that Jason Duval and Arthur Morgan are related. So just keep that in mind, everybody.
All right, everybody, we gotta go. We want you to have a good time, but before we go, we got a very
Special part
of the show that
Do we?
everybody loves, and
Do
we're
we?
gonna play it right here for everybody. And that's
You talking about the greatest part of the show, Gunner?
everybody's favorite part of the show. Even the
best
football
part of the
players'
show.
favorite part of the show.
Oh man!
Even Brett Favre's favorite part of the show.
Wow,
Even
I can't
Dan
wait for
Marino's
this.
favorite part of the show.
Whoa.
And when Michael Jordan listens to an episode or two, he loves this part.
All right, well,
Two.
dang.
And that is the part that we call
Yo!
2-minute rundown. Runner, tell what's going on in the world of sports.
In NBA, everybody knows we got the newest, bestest champions ever. Oklahoma, welcome Homa to your championship, their first championship.
Happy championship, brothers and
Congratulations
sisters.
to you guys. Oh, Tani is still on top of the world. You already know, everybody. He is the home run hitting, the pitcher kicking. He is the master of everything in sports that you need to know. The Angels are struggling, but everybody else is doing good. But what's going on in the world of video games? Gunner!
Runner, you know well.
Oh, I forgot
That
to mention
you
that
need
the
to
Carolina Panthers are number one in Florida Panthers are number one in hockey. Sorry about that.
Well, Runner, why don't you tell these maniacs out there how they can get themselves a girl this summer and overcome the obstacles of rejection?
Rejection. Rejection is the enemy towards most of these Lennies. They hate rejection. You know why? They can't take rejection. Rejection makes you go crazy. Rejection makes you want to go in the bedroom and shoot yourself in the face. But no, don't do it, please, because we want you to get these girls. We want you to keep on trying. We don't want you to go crazy. We don't want you to lose your mind. What you got to do is gain your confidence. Just go out there.
Just like
look for that
Atreyu.
pretty girl. Let that girl know that, hey, I like you today and I will like you tomorrow and I will like you 2 weeks from now. Not that I'm just gonna like you for tonight and then I'm gonna leave you. So if you let her know that you truly like her, you gotta take her out. What you gotta do is take her to a movie, take her to
All right,
a
everybody,
friendly
we
spot,
gotta go.
and take her out.
Everybody, we'll see you next week. Next week, we'll be here, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time, and everyone's going to have fun. But everybody, if you can have a great Monday, then you can have a great life.
Happy 4th of July.
Look at what you see.
See you all next week.
In her face, the mirror of your dream. Make believe I'm everywhere, getting in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story.
That's what the problem is.
He's Jerry, and I'm Larry, and we're here to tell you that this summer 2025, we got a half off special for you, half off for ladies, and half off for Jeeps.
And half off of those bikinis. That is right, gentlemen. Come on down for the half off and see half of what you like. Which top, which bottom, it's up to you. Half price.
You need hosing down? Well, Larry and Jerry's Car Wash has got it for you with half off prices that are too good to be true.
And hose will drop it down half price. So everybody, let's get the half off on Larry and Jerry's special bikini summer.
And everybody bring your Jeeps down and get topless. It is Larry and Jerry's Brat Summer 2025.
And go to www.larryandjerrys.com and put half off.
Larry and Jerry's Car Wash down by the Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet.
It's half off.
I don't even know your name.
Hold it.
I don't even know your name.
What's up, everybody? It's us, the Runner and Gunner, and we got a special
Video
guest
game
with
podcast.
us. His name is Thon, and we want to know everything he knows.
About
So,
Thon.
Thon,
So tell us,
what
Thon,
is your favorite video game at the moment?
It is Shadow of the Colossus.
And what is the
Why
reason?
do you like Shadow Colossus?
It's just cool, like how it's like, you know, open world. The graphics were pretty good for its time. They're still pretty good. And it's just really cool, like, you know, trying to find where like the bosses are. And you have to slay them with your sword. You have to find the spots. You use the sword and you then they,
What was your favorite video game before that?
probably Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, there you have it,
There
everybody.
it is, everybody. So now you know. We have got a young guy named Thon kicking some butt and telling us about his favorite video games. So everybody out there, lay down your video games and tell us what your views are on Thon's favorite video games. This is the Runner and Gunner Super Video Game Podcast.
You get a kick out of that, don't you?
So super. Super. Oh, you did. That one.
Super Video Game Podcast.
And welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody, to the Super Video Game Podcast.
And him is Positive Podcast here. This is the Super Video Game Podcast. This is Los Angeles' greatest podcast from the greater Los Angeles area also. Yes, sir. We are the Runner and Gunner Super Video Game Podcast. And we are live. So we're about to kick it.
That's what the problem is.
That's what the goal is too. Our goal is to send a freaking capsule
What
into
the
outer
problem
space
is?
for the stupid ass aliens to hear our dope ass voice.
All right, here we go. We're gonna
Anyways,
we're gonna
Tell you listen, I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic, I hit it from
Yo, you gotta
the
say,
back. You
watch
don't
Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast every Monday morning.
Tesla suck. Tesla suck. Tesla suck. Tesla suck.
Hey,
Tesla suck.
what's going on here?
Tesla suck.
Can I help you, sir? Are you doing anything to help society?
Hey, well, if you give me a free Tesla, because I don't know how they drive and how they perform, I think they're just energy sucking, mad loving pieces of garbage cars that run on love and energy. I don't get it. Tesla suck. Come on, everybody. Tesla suck. Tesla.
So what you're telling me is all I got to do is give you this brand new Tesla with state-of-the-art tires that fix themselves when destroyed, with doors that open up by themselves, with windshield wipers made of heat rays. You're telling me if I give you these keys, you won't accept it and drive down the beautiful road of San Diego into the sunset of life?
Wait a minute. You didn't say anything about a free Tesla. Here, hand me the keys. Let me just give it a little test drive on this Tesla. Sorry, people. I've got to take this test drive while I go to my next place. So everybody who I was over here protesting with, you know, hey, Teslas suck, but they might as well drive me where I got to go.
Here you go.
Teslas drive you where you got to go.
Tesla, available for $299 a month for 17 years.
Tesla don't suck.
I'm Elon Musk, and I totally endorse this commercial.
Man, where are those guys at? They still in the back cooking it?
The Runner and Gunner Monday Morning Podcast.
The Runner and Gunner Monday Morning Podcast.
What's up, man? It's me, Runner and Gunner Man, and I believe that all of you should be watching the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast.